We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how to add 6 zeros to your offers by Jill.
Gets your attention, doesn't it?
And I finally found out why she titled it like this, because it's
you.
true.
Loosely.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Sean asks, new member from Tennessee here, joined last week, and the first mailer went out today. Yay.
That's great.
Talk about, that's
Boy.
awesome.
Boy, this is
That
going to
was
work out
really
for you.
great. Yeah, if you're on it like that, that's awesome. So I could see a couple of people already chimed in here. One is Daniel. It says, "Welcome, Sean." Like Steven says, and he has one going out. I missed the part of that other part. Does it say he's got?
planning
Planning to get another one out by the end of next week. That's great. So Daniel wrote, "Welcome, Sean. Just like Steven says, you chose well. You're in the right place. I am 8 weeks new, and it's what you make it. Dive headlong into the business, and you will profit mightily indeed. I have a total of 162 acres I have bought over the last 6 weeks.
That's amazing.
It's really good. 20 acres, 40-acre parcels, 10s, 5s, and then this morning, I bought a 78.5-acre swath of land. If you fall in love with this business like I have, you will grow wealthy. Be ready, as Kevin Farrell says, and get your mailers out. You will be buried in emails, calls, and return purchase agreements. Last few days, I've been running up and down like a madman trying to keep up. But this man has the biggest goofy smile on his face all day long. That's so good. Get ready, Sean. Buckle your seatbelt and hold on tight. You, my friend, are in for the ride of your life. Best of profits, Daniel." That's so cool. Then he put some funny little...
I didn't put that. I don't know.
That's
He's got
cute.
a lot of letters behind his name
Oh, okay.
because he must be smart.
I guess so. Very, very cool. Thank you. We didn't have to say anything, but yeah, that's the best thing.
Yeah, there's no question to answer. I think that's great. I'm so
Yeah.
glad this is working out for everybody, or most people anyway.
Yeah. Just put your head down and do it. And one of the things that I learned early on talking to new members was if you try to second guess yourself and say this can't be right, and then veer a little bit from what we tell you to do, that sometimes you get hung up. So I always just think of Luke, because Luke Smith said it the best. He's like, I just had to get out of my own head. I said, this sounds crazy, but I'm going to listen to him and do it. And like, oh my gosh, they're right.
Yeah.
That was it.
He's incredibly successful.
Yeah. So it's really good. You're doing great. Don't change a thing.
Today's topic, how to add 6 zeros to your offers by Jill. This is the meat of the show.
Okay, so Aaron and I came up with this because we're talking about the deals that not only we're doing, but our members are doing. And it wasn't really until, it was like 2 years ago, we really started to talk about this. Because 2 years ago, well, a year and a half ago, I should say, but the first series of live events that we ever did, we were talking about adding zeros. And at that time is when we were just forming our deal funding and beginning to offer that as a service. And by doing that, it freed up people to go, oh, I'm not limited by my bank balance. That's the whole point here. You sounded like you had something to say first.
I have a lot to say.
Oh.
I'm just waiting for you.
Oh, you're just waiting for an opening.
You ever talk to somebody and they're just like, kind of just waiting for you to get done?
You're like,
Isn't that annoying?
that's kind of what just happened.
Oh, I know.
You can go
I
ahead.
called myself out.
You're good.
Go ahead. Seriously.
Well, I mean, so yeah, I my point to this thing was I added 6 zeros because I really want to get your attention. And you know, at the end of the day, can I kind of say that? I kind of can, because we bought properties for $11 before.
Have.
So I can kind of show, you know, especially with the deals that I'm doing now, I'm getting some big things coming in.
So from $11 to $11 million is 6 zeros. Mm-hmm. And that's not crazy.
That's not crazy.
But from 10,000 6 dealers, that's in the billions. So
Right.
that's kooks.
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah, I have 2 major regrets. If I had to go back and change my career, the first one is,
I thought you were going to say regrets in life, and one was not meeting me sooner.
I don't have any life regrets. I really don't.
Meeting me. Meeting me sooner.
Oh, sooner, yeah.
That would be a regret.
Yeah. Well, that was part of it.
Okay.
We couldn't.
You don't sound like
We don't have any choice.
you don't sound
on
phased
that.
at all. Just kidding.
I incorrectly assumed that having a single channel of sales on the internet was the best idea in the mid 2000s, and that was a really bad idea. We've since fixed that. But if I could go back and change one single thing, it would be adding zeros sooner and doing
Right.
bigger deals faster. We just didn't have the access to capital like we do now, and we have limitless access to capital now. So it changes how you think. You know, we're buying houses and small apartment buildings right now in the low millions and adding $1 million and selling it.
We were doing a lot of small deals way back when. I mean, it works. You know, if you really if you don't want to do that and take on any partners or do anything like that, you really can. Just build momentum on a lot of small deals. So what? You only have $10,000.
Right.
Go buy 10 $1,000 properties. Double it, double it, double it. Just keep doing it as fast as you can. That's the thing. It's going to be a lot of volume until you're sitting with $100,000, $200,000. You could start doing the same thing with that and you start making different decisions. And that's really kind of what we did way back when.
Everybody finds their place in the land part of this. And I'll tell you, this is just my opinion, although we have members that completely disagree with what I'm about to say. You know, I don't want to buy $1 million land. I'll buy a portfolio. I'll spend $1 million on a portfolio of property and break it all out and sell it individually.
Right.
No problem. But once you get into the $1 million range for land, like you'll see them on like land.com where they're really, ranches. They're very large pieces of land. It takes a long time to sell.
Right.
But buying a piece of like an infill lot that's conducive or pre-zoned for an apartment building in, let's say, Los Angeles County for $1.5 million is a great idea. And they sell it almost immediately. So everybody can find their niche. I'm just saying, if you're new at this or if you're a younger person, push yourself on this. Trust me. Put yourself to buy some more expensive property.
Right. Aim high.
Yeah.
Don't be limited by your bank balance.
That's right.
We're right here. It's kind of like, you know what I feel like you're our people. We won't let you fall that far.
That's right. Exactly. Well
and
said.
if you've got that great deal, we'll help you.
Yeah,
and if we don't, somebody in our group will.
Get on the Thursday call and ask away. Ask us anything you need to ask about. You know, show us the neighborhood, get our opinion. You can ask anything.
Exactly. And it's fun. I got to tell you, by the way, too, one of the advantages of doing these bigger deals, it's a whole different level of customer that you're working with, whether it's the seller or the buyer. So much smarter, and it's so much less work. And I know, because the title company does it all. You're not doing your own deeds and running around, figuring things out on your own, getting it recorded and things, sending out cashier's checks and things like that. It's, you're wiring the money out or the money's being wired into you.
Exactly.
I love them. I'm trying to think what else I love about these bigger deals. It's just, they can go faster, like you just said too. Some of the deals like I'm doing when it's residential or infill or just more towards the center of a city, because that's what's commanding that price, they are still go quickly. You could do it and not have it on your inventory very long. A big ranch, like you just described, you bought big, 120 acres somewhere, it's going to take a certain kind of buyer that's going to want to do that. And maybe that's your thing, by the way. We have a lot of members that do that. They're like, you know what? I only do 3-4 deals a year, but I make a couple $100,000 every time. And that's all I want to do.
Yep.
I'm like, hey, good for you.
We have one guy in our advanced group. He does 1 or 2 deals a month, and that's it. And he tries to make $40,000 or $50,000 a deal. And that's the life he wants. And he's very verbal about the fact that he does not want to take on any more deals. He wants to spend time with his family and just have kind of like a laid back $100,000 a month life. He doesn't want to work a lot.
Exactly.
We
Nothing
can all
wrong
learn,
with that.
We can all learn a lot from that, I think. I think we're all like type AAA personalities in this group. Yeah. And we're entrepreneurs, and we're of the mindset that more is better. And that's just not the case.
I agree. That's a good point too. Think about your big picture goals. And I'd say think about your big picture goals and aim high. I do believe in this, because if you come down, if you hit in the 60% range of your goal, but you put a really big goal out there, you're going to be just great. So,
Yeah.
and so know that when you pick your goal, pick a goal that if I only do half as well as I think
That's
I'm going
right.
to do, I'm going to be peachy
That's great
and loving
advice, Jo.
life.
Great
so
advice.
I would do that.
Join us next time for another interesting episode.
And we answer your questions. Post it on our online community found at landinvestors.com. It is free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
These are the things that I like talking about the best.
Me too.
It's really good. And it's so important.
It's more motivational than anything else, but but there's a place for that.
I'm glad
And
we did
it's
that.
totally important. Absolutely, Jo.
This week was a lot of content about property and technical things. We even showed some things. So I'm glad that we ended with like a real kind of a,
Yeah.
spiritual show. Thank you. By the way, the Land Academy Daily Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
And inspiration
to buy undervalued property.